Zoom, and we've two from the Zoom. That's Frank, Mick, Bridget, and Anne. So away you go, Frank.
Okay. I'd like to dedicate this song tonight to the late Phil Callery and particularly to his family, his wife Helen, Sarah, Rosa, Michael and Catherine, and of course their singing family, the Voice Squad, Fran McPhail and Jerry Cullen. This is a song I know Phil sang himself, and it's The Joy, a song of love written by the great Ewan MacColl. Farewell, you northern hills, you mountains all goodbye. Moorland and stony ridges, crags and peaks goodbye. O Glitterfack, farewell, cool beg Scafell, O cloud-bearing Sulvan. The sun-warmed rock and the cold of Bleaklow's frozen seas. Days in the hail and the rain and the snows of mountains. Days in the sun and the tempered wind and the air like wine. And you drink till you're drunk with the joy of living. Farewell to you, my dear, soon my time will come. You filled all my days, kept the night at bay, O dearest companion. Years pass by with the speed of a bird in flight, O our lives like the verse of a song heard in the mountain. Oh, give me your hand, love, and raise your voice with mine, and we'll sing of the hurt and the pain and the joy of living. Farewell to you, my chicks, soon you must fly alone. O flesh of my flesh, my future life, bone of my bone. Oh, may your days be long, oh, may your wings grow strong, oh, safe be your journey. Each of you bears inside of you the gift of love. May it give you hope and pleasure in the joy of giving. Eagerly savor each new day and taste its mouth. Never lose hope in the thrill and the joy of living. Oh, take me to some high place of heather, rock and ling. Oh, gather my dust, my ashes, feed me to the wind, so that I might be, oh, a part of all you see. Oh, the air you are breathing, I'd be a part of the curlew's flight, or the soaring hawk, or the blue milkwort, or the sundew hung with diamonds. I'd be part of the gentle wind that blows through your hair, reminding you how that we shared in the joy of living. To Phil Callery.
And the sign on the bell on the road to Clonmel, Paddy Hegarty kept in the sheaving. He sold pig's meat and bread, kept a fine lodging bed, and was liked in the county he lived in. Well, himself and his wife, they both struggled through life, and on weekdays Pat mended the ditches, but on Sundays he'd rest in his suit of the best, and his pride were his old leather breeches. Well, for 20 long years at least, so it appears, his father these breeches did run in, till the day that he died, he to his bedside called Patrick his own darling son in. The advice that he gave ere he went to his grave, well, he bid him take care of his riches. But says he, it's no use stepping into me shoes. I'd rather you leapt into me bridges. Well, last winter's snow left the grub stake so low. Poor Patrick was ate out completely. And with the snow coming down, he could not get to town. And the hunger did bother him greatly. One night as he lay, dreaming away of ghosts, fairies, spirits, and witches, well, there came an uproar from just outside the door. So he jumped up and pulled on his breeches. Said Brian McGurk with a voice like a Turk, "Come, Patrick, and give us some mating." Said Big Andy Moore, "We'll burst open the door. Sure, this is no night to be waiting." Well, the words were scarce spoke when the door it was broke, and they gathered round Patrick like leeches. And they swore with a hump, if they didn't get grump, that they'd ate him clean out of his breeches. Well, Patrick in dread, he slipped up to the bed that held Julia, his own darling wife, in. And there they agreed that they must get a feed. So he slipped out and brought a big knife in. Well, he cut out the waist, the breeches, the baste. He cut out the buttons and stitches. And he cut them in stripes just the way you couldn't tripes. And he boiled them his old leather breeches. Well, the breeches were stewed, and on plates they were strewed. And the boys cried out, "Lord God, we thank you." But Haggerty's wife was afraid of her life, and she thought it high time for to shank him. To see how they smiled, for they thought Paddy boiled some mutton or beef of the richest. Oh, but little they knew it was leather burgoo that was made out of old leather breeches. Well, they messed on the stuff, and says Darby, "It's tough." Says Andy, "You're no judge of mutton." Then Brian McGurk, on the point of his fork, held up a big ivory button. "Me Jakers, what's that? Sure, I thought it was fat." And he looked up to heaven and screeches, "Be the powers above, I've been trying to show me teeth through the fly of his breeches." Well, they all looked at Pat, but he got out of that, for he ran when he saw them all rising. Said Darby, "Make haste, get a doctor and priest. Be the holy Saint Patrick, I'm poisoned." Well, revenge for the joke they hadn't, for they broke all the pots, pans, the tables and dishes. And from that very night they'd bait out your daylight, and they caught you wearing now leather breeches.
So we come to our first two Zoom singers, and we're going to have Bridget Lynn and Anne Reedy. Thank you.
Asking me, and I'm very honoured to be asked, and it's lovely, absolutely love to be here. I'm going to sing a song I wrote during the lockdown last year. I was in the 2 kilometre or 5 kilometre restrictions, and I couldn't go up home to Connemara, and I was just thinking of growing up there, and this is what I wrote, and it's called "'Neath Connemara Skies." Home is where the heart is, where I first saw the day. We played through the little fields in summer, save the hay. I see the gable end now, the turf smoke swirling high, the donkey and the old bog road beat my Connemara sky. After school and homework, sure the neighbouring lads would come for a football game in that middle field when all the work was done. We played until the darkness, we could barely see the ball. Come for your tea and the rosary, we'd hear our mothers call. The fuchsia and the hawthorn bush, the berries on the briar. Folk I love, my friends so true, at Sunday Mass the choir. We have our own old-fashioned ways, we shut out all the noise. For everything I've loved so dear, it's 'neath my Connemara skies. No matter where I travelled, you were always in my dreams. We ran o'er fields of heather, we fished the mountain streams. I have those happy memories of days long ago, climbing up the craggy rocks with views down to Mayo. Oh, how I love to go back now to the place that I adore. Its beauty holds me spellbound, the lakes, the sea, the shore. The mist upon the mountains, the streams that trickle by. Everything I've loved so dear, 'neath my Connemara sky. So many souls have left there, ne'er to come home again. To England and the USA, they left in boats and planes. Some made their fortune and earned all their joy. Others came home in coffins 'neath the Connemara sky. Climbing up the Diamond and nights in Tullycross, pictures in the parish hall, a crossbar from the dance. Memories of those days gone by and those happy times. Everything I've loved and lost is 'neath my Connemara skies. Everything I've loved and lost is 'neath my Connemara sky.
Unmute. I have unmuted. I'm just wondering something totally different. Why I can see it absolutely pouring down rain at the front of the house, and I don't see anything at the back. That's Scotland for you. I'm surprised it's not snow. This song I'll sing is called Betsy Bell. It's been sung by many of the wonderful old singers like Lizzie Higgins, Belle Stewart, Jean Robertson, just to mention a few. It's another plea for a man. They're daft, aren't they? Anyway, we'll give it a go. Oh, my name is Betsy Bell, in the Overgate I dwell. No doubt you wonder what I'm doing here. Oh, but if you wait a wee, sure a tale I'll tell to thee. It's a tale no doubt you'll think is very queer. For I'm looking for a lad, he be good or bad. I'm going to take the first yin that I see. He may be young or old, grey-headed friends are bald. It's only thin that wears the breeks for me. Oh, lads, I've fain my share, I've fain a scorn mere, and why they threw me out I dinna ken. Oh, I'm neither prude nor shy, no lad should pass me by. I wonder what's a day we all the men. Nu as I went to last night, sure I met with Sandy Recht, and he hauled me in as I was passing by. He asked me if I'd wed, and this is what I said, man. If you are quite agreeable, so am I. Oh, I was so proud of the chance, oh, it made me joy with dance. The marriage, it was to be right there and then. But when I got my marriage frock, well, he said it was a joke. Oh, I wonder what's a day we all the men. Oh, but lads, I've had my share, will I fain a scorn mere, and why they threw me up I dinna ken. For I'm neither prude nor shy, that the lad should pass me by, but I wonder what's a day we all the men. Well, if there's any laddie here who would like a little dear, a widower or a bachelor though he be, if for marriage he is bent, then I'll give him my consent. It's not every day you'll get a chance like me, for I can weave and I can work, I can sew and mend a sark. I'm as thrifty as any lass I know, for on the nail I'll hang and I'll lie leave to sing. I wonder what's a day we all the men. Oh, well, lads are fain my share, I have fain a scorn mere, and why they threw me up I dinna ken. For I'm neither prude nor shy, that the lad should pass me by, but I wonder what's a day we all the men.
Thanks very much, Anne. Hoping to see you in. We're going to move on, and Larry O'Toole is going to sing the next song, and then Alison, followed by Alison O'Donnell, and then we'll have two more from Zoom, and we'll go to Brittany, to Brigitte Cloreg, and then come back up to County Tyrone to Conor O'Kane. So Larry first, Alison, and then Brigitte and Conor. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Very unusual practice to sing the same song twice in 1 week after the other, but I sang it last week, and by sad coincidence, the author of the song, The Sun is Burning, Bruce Kent, great CND and anti-nuclear activist, passed away, I think, yesterday at the age of 86. So we'll bear with the song 2 weeks in a row. And as I say, it was by a sad coincidence that he passed away. Oh, the sun burns in the sky, strands of cloud go slowly drifting by. In the park the dreamly bees are droning in the dark among the trees, and the sun burns in the sky. Now the sun is in the west, little kids lay down to take their rest. Couples in the park are holding hands and waiting for the dark. And the sun is in the west. Now the sun is sinking low. Children playing, oh, it's time to go. High above a spot appears, a blossom blooms and then draws near. And the sun is sinking low. Now the sun has come to earth, shrouded in a mushroom cloud of death. Death comes in a blinding flash of hellish heat and smeared with ash, and the sun has come to earth. Now the sun has disappeared. All is darkness, anger, pain, and fear. Twisted, sightless wrecks of men grope in the dark and cry in pain, and the sun has disappeared. Take it away.
I got this song many years ago from a musician friend who doesn't sing at all. And he asked me to learn this, and it's from the singing of Geordie Hanna. It's Lambs on the Green Hills. The lambs on the green hills, they sport and they play, and many strawberries grow along the salt sea. How sad is my heart when my love is away, and many's the ship sails the ocean. I once loved a lass, and I loved her so well. I hated all others who spoke of her ill. But now she's rewarded me well for my love. She's gone to be wed to another. The bride and bride's party to church they did go. The bride she rode foremost, she bears the best show. And I followed after, my heart full of woe, to see my love wed to another. And the first place I saw her, 'twas on the church stand, gold rings on her fingers and her love by the hand. Says I, my wee lassie, he will be your man, although you are wed to another. And the next place I saw her, 'twas on her way home. I ran on beside her, not knowing where to go. Says I, my wee lassie, he will be your man, although you are wed to another. Stop, stop, says the groomsman, till I speak a word. Would you venture your life at the point of my sword? For courting so slowly, you've lost this fair maid. So be gone now, you'll never enjoy her. Well, dig down my grave, both long, wide, and deep, and sprinkle it over with flowers so sweet, and lay me down in it to take my last sleep, for that's the best way to forget her, for that's the best way to forget her.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm delighted to sing. I have not been able to sing for about 3 months, and I was able to sing last night for the first time. This is just a little song from the singing of Val Night. It's just because it's a June song that I'm singing it. My love, I will cut down my sweet myrtle tree for to build a small cottage for Sally and me. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. My love, I will carry you sweet milking pail. My love, I will kiss you at every stile. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. Now roses are red and violets are blue, carnations are sweet, and so are you. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. And cowslips they make the meadows look fair, but none with my rose it can compare. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. And violets they make the meadows look gay, but none with my rose it can array. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. And primroses make the meadow look neat, but none with my rose it can compete. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. Now roses in June are never so sweet as kisses are when two lovers meet. So let it be early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. Thank you for asking me.
Okay, like some million folks, that's gorgeous music. Singing here from Derry, Jerry. Well, it's easy to get confused. It's I wander around. This is a song about donkeys. Ah, now some say he's foolish, just a curse of an ass. He's as stubborn a critter as ever yet pass. But the donkey he's silent, and he keeps his head down, although he'll bray like Spain's trumpet when his time comes around. He's Jack and she's Jenny. They bred honeys and mules, from mare and from stallion, for men folk to use. He's Cuddy or Neddy or Dicky or Moke, but everywhere always the butt of the joke. But the cross on his back, it's the sign of them tales, all them glorious fables that's told to the winds. When in stables near Bethlehem, or high roads and land, oh, the people saluted the godson of man. Now there's cures to be had in the warm donkey's milk for whooping cough, asthma, eczema, and croup. And the hair from his back is a powerful charm, and entwined in a necklace will protect you from harm. Oh, there's them that believe if you're passed underneath the wild burrow's belly, you'll be freed from disease. And a kiss from his lips will disperse evil schemes, and with and Dionysus you'll have heavenly dreams. So now come ye from Feeney, boys, come ye from Park, oh, drink up your medicine, let's make a start. Open your mouth and close your eyes, for that's the way that the donkey dies.
Thanks very much, Conor. Conor, yes, I do know you're from Derry, but somebody told me you were living in Tyrone. That's why I said you were in Tyrone. Okay, so we're going to continue on, and we've two singers. We've a young lady who's never been at the club before, and Terry is from China, and she's offered to sing us a song. That'll be lovely. And George Henderson, one of our own stalwarts, will sing the second song. And then two more from Zoom, and it'll be Rita Gallagher and Seamus Shields. Okay, thank you.
And because of my friend Xinyi, I get to know more Irish song. But today is my first time here, so I will sing a Chinese, very traditional folk song to you. So the name called The Jasmine Flower. 好一朵美丽的茉莉花，好一朵美丽的茉莉花，芬芳美丽满枝桠，又香又白人人夸。让我来将你摘下，送给别人家。茉莉花呀，茉莉花，好一朵美丽的茉莉花，好一朵美丽的茉莉花。芬芳美丽满枝桠，又香又白人人夸。让我来将你摘下，送给别人家。茉莉花呀，茉莉花。Thank you.
Now, I have problems this time of year with the pollen, so I might be able to get through this and I might not. I'll have a go anyway. I sowed the seeds of love, I sowed them in the spring, in April, May and June likewise, when the small birds sweetly sing, when the small birds sweetly sing. My garden was planted well with flowers everywhere. But I had not the liberty to choose for myself the flowers I loved so well, the flowers that I loved so well. Well, the gardener, he stood by, so I asked him to choose for me. He chose me the violet, the lily, and the pink, but these I refused all three. But these I refused all three. The violet I forsook, because it fades so soon. The lily and the pink I did overlook, and I vowed I would wait till June. And I vowed I would wait till June. For in June there's a red rose bud, that's the flower for May. And oftentimes I plucked at a red rosy bush, till I gained a willow tree, till I gained a willow tree. Well, the willow tree will twist, and the willow tree will twine, and I wish I was back in that young girl's arms that stole the heart of mine, that stole the heart of mine. Well, the gardener, he stood by. He told me to take great care, for into the middle of a red rosy bush, well, there grows a sharp thorn. There grows a sharp thorn there. I told him I'd take no care until I felt the smart, for oftentimes I plucked at a red rosy bush till it pierced me to the heart, till it pierced me to the heart. So a posy of hyssop I will take, it's the only flower I'll touch, and all the world may plainly see that I loved one flower too much, that I loved one flower too much.
So we're off to Donegal, to Rita Gallagher, followed by Seamus Shields.
I'm going to sing a Derry song, and it's called Slíomh Gallen Braes. My name is Joe McGarvey, as you might understand. I come from Derry, Gannard, and I own a farm of land. But the rents were getting higher, and I could no longer pay. So farewell unto ye bonny, bonny Slíomh Gallen Braes. As I went out walking one morning in May, to view yonder fair valleys and a mountain so gay, I was thinking on the flowers all going to decay, that bloom around ye bonny, bonny Slíomh Gallen Braes. How oft have I wandered with my dog and my gun, and rambled young mountains for joy and for fun. But those days they are all over, and I can no longer stay. So farewell unto ye bonny, bonny, sleep gallant race. Oft times in the evening and the sun in the west, I roamed hand in hand with the one I love best. But the dreams of youth have vanished, and I am far away. So farewell unto ye bonny, bonny, sleep gallant braes. It is not the want of employment at home that caused the poor sons of old Ireland to roam, but the tyrannizing landlords, they would not let us stay. So farewell unto ye bonny, bonny, sea gallant race. Farewell to old Erin, a land that is so green, to the parish of Lisson and the cross of Ballinasgreen. May good fortune shine upon you when I am far away, and a long farewell to bonny, bonny, sleep gallant race. Thank you.
That was fabulous, Rita. Thank you. I'm one of these people who are classed as being highly vulnerable, so unfortunately I've not been able to attend any live events. And probably the event that I missed most over the last few months, since everyone went back live, was the Góilín tribute to Mansa Regan, who was a friend of mine and a work colleague as well. And as it happens, Mans was born just a few days after my own brother, so there is another little connection there. So this is the song I would have sung for Mans on the night if I'd been able to attend. And apologies for my poor Scottish accent. Far distant, lies Foyas the brave, nay tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. His bones, they are scattered on the rude soil of Spain. For young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. He's gane frae the shipyard that stands on the Clyde. His hammer is silent, his tools laid aside. To the wide Ebro River young Foyers has gane, to fight by the side o' the people of Spain. There wasna his equal at work or at play. He was strong in the Union till his dying day. He was grand at the football, at the dance he was braw. Oh, young Jamie Foyers was the floor o' them all. He came in frae the shipyard, took off his working claes. Oh, I mind that time wheel in the lang summer days. He said, think we'll on me lassie, ere I come back again. But young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. In the fight for Belchite, he was aye tae the fore. He fought at Gandesa till he could nae fight more. He lay o'er his machine gun wi' a bullet in his brain. And young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. He lies by the Ebro in far away Spain. He died so that freedom and justice might reign. So remember young Foyers and others of worth, and don't let one fascist be left on this earth. Far distant, lies Foyers the brave, nae tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. His bones they are scattered on the rude soil of Spain. For young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. Young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. Manus and Yun the call.
Thank you very much, Seamus. That's a great tribute to Manus, and Manus is sadly missed here at the club. Two more singers, Eamon Hunt and Gemma Quadja from the hall, and then two more, Ian Russell and Robin Gustafson from America. Okay, here we go.
Hark, hark, the dogs are barking, love, I can no longer stay. The men have all gone mustering, I hear the publican say, and I must be gone by morning light, before the sun does shine, to meet the Roma shearers on the banks of the Condamine. Oh, Willie, dearest Willie, don't leave me here to mourn. Don't make me curse and rue the day that ever I was born. For parting with you, Willie's like parting with me life. So stay and be a selector, love, and I will be your wife. Oh, Nancy, dearest Nancy, you know I have to go. The squatters are expecting me, they're shearing for to do. But when I'm on the board, my love, I'll think of you with pride, and my shears, they will run freely when I'm on the whipping side. Oh, I'll cut off my yellow hair, and I'll go along with you. I'll dress myself in men's attire, and be a shearer too. I'll cook and I'll count your tally, love, while ring-a-row you shine. And I'll wash your greasy moleskins on the banks of the Condamine. Oh, Nancy, dearest Nancy, you know you cannot go. The boss has given his orders, no woman may do so. And your delicate constitution's not equal unto mine, to eat the ramstag mutton on the banks of the Condamine. But when the shearing's over, love, I'll make of you my wife. I'll take up a boundary rider's job and settle down for life. And when the day's work's over and the evening's clear and fine, we'll tell of them sandy cobblers on the banks of the Condamine.
Thank you. I should sing this one.
through bushes and through briars, I lately took my way, all for to hear the small birds sing, and the lambs to skip and play, all for to hear the small birds sing, and the lambs to skip and play. I overheard my untrue love, his voice it rang so clear. Long time I have been waiting for the coming of my dear. Long time I have been waiting for the coming of my dear. Sometimes I am uneasy and troubled in my mind. Sometimes I think I'll go to my love, and I'll tell to him my mind. Sometimes I think I'll go to my love, and I'll tell to him my mind. But if I should go to my love, he would say nay. For if I show to him such boldness, he will not love me again. If I show to him such boldness, he will not love me again. Through bushes and through briars, I lately took my way, all for to hear the small birds sing, and the lambs to skip and play, all for to hear the small birds sing, and the lambs to skip and play.
Gemma. So to Ian Russell, and then across the pond to Robin Gustafson. Thanks very much. Just can I mention to the people on Zoom, if you keep an eye on the chat, because Mara Nicronian and Rosie Davis are doing a great job for us here on the Zoom, but keep an eye on the chat in case you've been asked to sing. Thank you very much. So Ian and Robin.
Hi Jerry, hi everyone in the Góilín. It's great to be with you. And with David Knox, he's doing a great job, is David Knox. I'm totally impressed. Okay, I don't think we've had a song about Cork. I may be wrong, but I don't think we've had one yet. Anyway, so here goes. I'll sing you a song without any flam. In Holland there dwelt mine Herr von Clam, who every morning said, I am the richest merchant in Rotterdam. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. One day he had stuffed as full as an egg, when a poor relation came to beg. Well, he kicked him out without broaching a keg, and in kicking him out, he broke his own leg. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. A surgeon, the first in his vocation, came and made a long oration. He needed a limb for an atomization and finished the job with an amputation. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. Said Mynheer when he'd finished his work, by your knife I lose one thirk, but on crutches I will never walk. I'll have a beautiful leg of cork. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. An artist in Rotterdam had made cork legs his study and theme. The joints were as strong as an iron beam, and the work's a compound of clockwork and steam. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. The leg was made and finished right. Inspection the artist did invite. Its fine shape filled mine hair with delight. He tried it on and he screwed it tight. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. He walked through squares and past each shop. At speed he went at the very top. Each step he took with a bound and a hop, till he found the leg he couldn't stop. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. Horror and fright were in his face. The neighbours thought he was running a race. He clung to a post to stay his own pace, but the leg remorseless kept up the chase. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. He called to some men with all his might, oh, stop me, or I'm murdered quite. Although they heard him made invite, in less than a minute he was out of sight. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. He walked through hill and dale and plain, to ease his weary bones he fain would fling himself down, but 'twas all in vain. The leg got up and was off again. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. Oh, he days and nights he walked the score, and of Europe he had made the tour. He died, and though he was no more, the leg kept up the same as before. Right to-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra, right fa-la-ra-lay. in Holland sometimes comes in sight, a skeleton on a cork leg tight. No fee did the artist's skill requite. He never was paid, it served him bloody well right. Right tooralooralooraloora, right valerale. I've told you my tale, both plain and free, of the richest merchant that ever could be. Though dead he was, never buried was he, and I have been singing his L-E-G. Right tooralooralooraloora, right valerale.
Hi. So I gather that not everybody this evening is from America. So I'm just going to say this is a song. I wrote it a year ago after watching, I think it was the first trial in which a police officer who killed an unarmed black man actually was found guilty. So I found it a very powerful experience. On top of that, one of the members of the prosecution team, a man named Jerry Blackwell, just had such a way with words. He, the defense for the police officer said that, oh, well, it wasn't the police officer's fault because there was an unruly crowd watching, and George Floyd had such a enlarged heart. That was really why he died. But Jerry Blackwell took that and turned it on its head and said, no, it wasn't an unruly crowd. It was a bouquet of humanity. And that if those witnesses hadn't been there, that the police officer would have gotten away with murder. So anyway, this is a song I originally called it Jerry Blackwell. I think I recently renamed it to A White Lady Steals Most of Jerry Blackwell's Best Lines. It does have a repeating last line, so please feel free to join in. Floyd was killed by a cop while a crowd shouted stop. They had the courage to hold on to what's good. And God knew what they'd done. After sending his own son, he sent a bouquet of humanity. A bouquet of humanity. You heard from the start about the size of his heart, how Floyd's heart was too large on that day. But between me and you, we all know what's true. A cop's small heart was what mattered that day. A small heart was what mattered that day. You can believe your own eyes. It was a homicide. We must all bear witness, don't you see? That ruly crowd at the scene looked a lot like you and me. We can be a bouquet of humanity. We can be a bouquet of humanity. One man's hands can't alone, two men's hands can't alone. But if 2 and 2 and 50 take a knee, trade in our heels for marching boots, and remember our roots, we can all be a bouquet of humanity. Mhm. We can all be a bouquet of humanity. As you walk all alone in the shadow of death, eyes on the prize, don't let them take your breath. We may not know what you need, but we can all try to be a better bouquet of humanity. A better bouquet of humanity. Thank you. That's Jerry Blackwell.
Thanks very much, Robin. Lovely to hear you and see you again. So we're going to the four singers just before the break. We've got Carrie Irving has come from New York. I met her last weekend at the Traditional Song Forum in conference in Limerick, and she's delighted to see her here tonight. And Martin Drew, one of our own stalwarts, is going to sing the second song. And then you have to look at my phone to see who's going to sing the third and fourth song. It's Marge Steiner and Robert Wolf to sing the third and fourth song on Zoom. Thank you.
Come, comrades, o'er the stormy sea, her snow-white wings they are unfurled, and soon she'll wave in a watery world. Do not forget love, do not grieve. The heart is true and can't deceive. My heart and hand I give to thee. So farewell, my love. Remember me. Farewell to thee, love's brightest pearl, my lovely dark-haired, blue-eyed girl. And when I'm o'er the deep blue sea, I hope in Ireland you'll think of me.
Eamon Hunt sang a song last week, a song by a translation of An Carcass and Quillock by a fellow called John Doyle. I was going to sing another one that was sung by him now, Song of Repentance. It was a translation of a poem by Owen Ruo-Suloan. Oh, what can I say of a playboy's behaviour? Have I not courted all over the place? Bragging and boasting and coaxing the maidens, increasing their love with the strength of my kiss. Practising plainly my versification, and which they forgot their beauties of home, from which they were led into sad situations, which the clergy declare were best left alone. I'll say of me time that it was sadly wasted on timblemen, tippers, fair maids by the score. I have sat by a candle and rhymed myself naked, the great jeers that I've made, the great oaths that I swore. And day in and day out all the wealth of my station away on master musicians I've thrown, and what they played to me I've heard with elation. never dreaming that they two were best left alone. And I'll turn to that most tragic of features. My creditors all with their warrants have come, and they swear by their souls that they'll see me in prison, and now I am poor, ill-clad and undone. And not one of those honey-mouthed girls who betrayed me and robbed me, saying that she was my own, now mocks me with pert and outlandish behaviour, which tells me that she too was best left alone. Now weakness assails me, old age draws near me. I've neither wealth, good clothes, nor red gold. I'm wakened each morning with trembling and aching, and my songs are no more the delight of the bold. To speak to a girl would be poor consolation, and now I must leave the gay tavern alone. I admit and I swear, and I make protestation, sure it's all a damn trade that's best left alone. Come all you high-stepping, mirth-making heroes who hunger for women and crave for the drink, be said by me now, go cautious and easy, in case in old age in darkness you sink. Go avoid hesitation and marry, and spurn hesitation and marry a lady with no tongue, and spurn faction fighting and such recreations. Sure, take it from me, they're best left alone. Went at the end there.
So we're off to America to Marge Steiner and
John Doyle.
there to Robert Wolfe.
Can I be heard? Hello? I just tried to unmute myself. Hang on.
Marge, sorry, you're muted. You have to.
Okay, hello?
Yeah, perfect, thanks.
It's the battle of the buttons. And now I'm hearing myself echoing. Very strange. Maybe I should take my headphones off. I don't know if that would help. I don't know if other people are hearing me talking back to myself. Hello? Wait, what's going on now? Stay muted, unmute. I'm trying this again. Hello? The host is not allowing participants to hello? 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 I'm having problems here. Am I unmuted now? Yes, we can hear you. Hello? Okay, well.
Yeah, we can hear you, Marge.
I know.
Marge, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay, I will try this again. As I roved out one evening in June, for to view those green meadows and the flowers in bloom, I espied a fair damsel, She appeared like some queen in her costly rich robes round her mantle so green. As I stepped up beside her, and it's this I did say, we will join hands together, and it's married we will be. I will dress you in rich apparel, you'll appear like some queen in your costly rich robes round your mantle so green. Oh, it's no, kind sir, she answered, you must be refused, for it's I'll wed with no man, and I must be excused. Through those green fields I will wander, and I'll shun all men's view, since the boy that I love died in famed Waterloo. Oh, if you had a sweetheart, pray tell me his name. For it's I've been in battle, and I might know the same. Young Willie O'Reilly, 'twas plain to be seen, it was neatly embroidered round her mantle so green. I was your Willie's comrade, I saw your love die, and as he lay dying, these words he did cry, oh, it's Nancy, lovely Nancy, if you were standing by, for to breathe your last on me, contented I'd die. As I told her the story, in anguish she flew, and the more that I told it, the paler she grew. Oh, I will dress, and I will shun all men's view, for the boy that I love died in famed Waterloo. Oh, it's Nancy, lovely Nancy, 'twas I who gained your heart. It was in your father's garden where we had to part. It was in your father's garden where we were unseen. There I rolled you in my arms around my mantle so green. Now this couple, they got married so I've heard people say. And bright nobles attended on their wedding day. Now the trial it is over, and the troubles they are o'er. You are welcome to my arms, lovely Nancy, once more. From the late Marie Hare, Strathaddam, Miramichi, New Brunswick. Thank you.
Hello. Tom Moore's Cavan Girl. Well sung, Marge, when you got the unmute button sorted. As I walk the road from Killashandra, weary I sit down. For it's 12 long miles around the lake to get to Cavan Town. Don't around the road I go, one seemed beyond compare. Now I curse the time it takes to reach my Cavan girl so fair. The autumn leaves are on the trees, the autumn shades are on the leaves, the trees will soon be bare. Each red coat leaf around me seems the color of her hair. I adjust my gaze to find my feet, and once again I sigh, for each broken pool of sky reminds me of the color of her eyes. At the Cavern Cross each Sunday morning is where she can be found. She seems to have the eye of every boy in Cavan Town. If my luck should hold, I'll have the golden summer of her smile. And to break the hearts of Cavan men, she'll talk with me a while. So this Sunday evening finds me homeward, Killashandra bound, to work the week till I return to court in Cavan Town. When asked if she would be my bride, at least she'd not said no. So next Sunday morn I'll rouse myself and back to her I'll go. As I walk the road from Killashandra, weary I sit down. For it's 12 long miles around the lake to get to Cavan Town. Though around the road I go, one seemed beyond compare. Now I curse the time it takes to reach my Cavan girl so fair. Go, Margaret.
Thank you very much, Robert. Just before we have the break, just to mention, Shauna Harkine has let me know that there's an event in the Teachers Club the Moon Shorty next Wednesday night and Thursday night, but Thursday night is booked out. It's a Voices of Joyce, and Thursday being Bloomsday. But the 15th, the eve of Bloomsday, there are still some places vacant. So anyone would like to, if you contact some of the bar staff and reserve your place, it's free, by the way. We're going to have a break for about 10 minutes. Anyone who hasn't seen the box, maybe you'd go and see Mick on the door. Thanks very much. 10 minutes, back then. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. Okay, we're back again, and thanks very much. Just to say that we've people from all over, so we're going to get going immediately. Nellie Weldon has come all the way in from Ballyfermot to us. It's great to see you. And Brian O'Tuamine, where's Brian? Cowell Brian? Béché Rash Gyan Tamil Biog. And we have Anne Dunn, and we have Benoit, Northern France. I'm not sure that's a surname. There might be a guy called Benoit who's from Northern France. But anyway, so before, so it's Nelly, Brian O'Tuamine, Anne Dunn, and Benoit.
In the town of Castle Dolliver, near to Waterford's own town, it was there all on the green grass, my own love and I sat down. It was there all on the green grass, we did roll and sport and play. But my mind is discontented since my Jemmy's gone away. I knocked at my love's window 3 long hours before the dawn, saying, rise up, lovely Jemmy, and with me come along. I have no clothing, but these old clothes I have on. Would you rise up, lovely Jemmy, for the wee cock crows the dawn. I have no gold in my pockets, nor no silver in my purse. When my baby is born, I cannot hire him a nurse. When my baby is born, I will dance him on my knee. I will tell the lonesome story of my own lost love, Jemmy. Now some say that he's a sailor, and he may never more return. Others say that he's in prison for some cruel crime he has done. Let them all talk all about him, and and let them say as they will. While there is breath in my body, I will love my own love still. Sinead.
Coming three-legged a warrior, no a dear a wad o game. Gan einach bio ma gave around a craignach glas is frek. An schnackte da heden userum. Sme corale ma tamin ban. Sorry, I have to go for something else. Sorry, I just. How can I live at the top of a mountain without gold in my pocket or money far to count it? Ah, but I would let the money go, all for to please her fancy, and I'd marry no one but my bonny blue-eyed lassie. She's my bonny blue-eyed lassie, with an air so sweet and tender, her red rosy cheeks and her waist so neat and slender. I'd roll her in my arms and fondly I'd embrace her. Oh, but how can I love her when all my people hate her? And there's some people say she is very low in station, and more people say she'll be the cause of my ruination. Oh, but let them all say what they will, to her I will prove constant still, and I'll marry no one but my blue-eyed lady. And softly swims the swan o'er the dark hills of Ochil, and sweetly sings the nightingale, so happy to behold her. And the wind may blow, and the moorcocks crow, and the moon shall shine so deeply. Ah, but deeper by far is my love for my own lady. And there's some people say she is very low in station, and more people say she'll be the cause of my ruination. Oh, but let them all say what they will, to her I will prove constant still, and I'll marry no one but my own lovely lady. Sinead.
Hello, am I next? I didn't hear the invite anyway. So I don't have great internet, so I must have to turn off my sound, my picture. Anyway. Sit you down, loyal comrade, sit you down for a while, till I spend my last hours around Erin's green isle. Come fill up your glasses, and we'll drink hand to hand, for tomorrow I'll be leaving the shores of Loch Bran. There's my father and mother, you can now hear them cry, with their tears bewailing, it would moisten your eye. But I will assist them, please God, if I can, far away from lovely Erin and the shores of Loch Bran. In the incoming morning, I will bid you adieu. To Leitrim, Drumshanbo, and to sweet Carrick too. And no matter what fortune I might make far away, my thoughts shall be with you by night and by day. My thoughts shall be with you while life courses span, far away from lovely Erin and the shores of Loch Bran.
Okay, well, it was rather difficult for me to find a song. I could have sung a French song, but at last I decided to sing a song that I got from a recording of a singer of County Fermanagh in Northern Ireland. He called John Maguire. He was collected by Robin Morton, a member of Boys of the Rock. I suppose that you all know that group. There was a pretty lady in little Carleton did well. She loved her own Monday Hilly and another one twice as well. Till me riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, strifer to the lay. As she went until the doctor's up to see if she could find some kind of medicine for to set this old mind blind. Till me riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, it's rifer to the lane. As she brought for him 9 marrow bones, she gave them to him all. Before he had the last one sung, he couldn't see her at all. Till me riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, strifer to the lane. Oh, it's Biddy, I am getting blank, and at home I cannot stay. Should I would go, I'd drown myself if I could see me way. Till riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, strifer to the lane. Oh, John, you are a blind man, and at home you cannot stay. But if you wish to drown yourself, I show you the right way. Till me riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, it's rifer to the lay. Oh, they walked along, they talked along, till they came to the river brim. He says, me dear and beloved wife, you will serve me in. Oh, she went a few yards back, coming with all her skill. Cunning enough, he stepped on side, and she went tumbling till Riggedy-orum dorum, is Riggedy-orum day, Riggedy-orum dorum, strifer to a lane. When she was a-drowning, on mercy she did call. He says, me dear and beloved wife, I can't see you at all, till me riggedy-orum dorum, is riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, as rifer for lay. No, this old man, he was tender-hearted. He knew she couldn't swim. With a big long pole he brought for her, he pulled her further in, till me riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, it's rifer twirlay. Now this old man, he has 7 kids. That no one of them his own is asking for every day settlement to come and take his home till me riggedy-orum dorum, it's riggedy-orum day, riggedy-orum dorum, it's right for Turalay. That's done. I hope I was not too bad. English is some difficult to me.
So we're going to move on, and there's 2 people up in the corner here, and they've been working away like beavers all night. That's Maureen Cronin and Rosie Davis. So I'm going to ask Maura to sing the first song, and Ray McLaughlin will sing the second song after that, and then we're going to go to Zoom, and we're going to have a song from Scotland, from Cathy Hopkirk, and then we're going to Gabriel Scally, who I think is in Bristol. Okay, here we go.
And I'm going to be awkward and change the seating arrangements. Sa fegin na garret, sa fegin na chree, Kay an faruden sin to lad she is, that's a bit low. Sa fegin na garret, sa fegin na chree, Kay an faruden sin to lad she is. Oh, 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 I know, a story in McCree. Sa father na garret, sa father McCree, Sinead a waki na wakaturio. Oh, I know, a story McCree. Sa fegin na garret, sa fegin na cree, Faith o gerlan of niakamedio. Oh, I know, a story McCree. Sa father na garret, sa father McCree, Ta scor blian caitio rock to me. Oh, I know, a story McCree. Sa fegin na garret, sa fegin na cree, Baidu the house of his rated grain bee. Oh, I know, a story McCree. Sa father na garret, sa father McCree, Neil and Santacha going green in the bwee. Oh, I know, a story McCree. Sa fegin na garret, sa fegin na cree, In yechter ma wall ta cockum in a bwee. Oh, I know, a story McCree. Sa father na garret, sa father McCree, Tan cock is a atlanze in chibwe. I know a story of rain. Sa fegin sa wakin si mit cheers, ni jaket an bailach ons is merist. I know a story of rain.
I have one hero's name, with Alpine and Costain, with Fitzpatrick, Murphy, Ash, and Wimpy's gang. And I've been often on the road, on me way to get the dole, when there's nothing left to do with Johnny Lang. Well, I used to think that God made a mixer picking hod, so that Paddy might know hell above the ground. And I've had gangers big and tough tell me tear it all out rough, when you're building up and tearing England down. In a tunnel underground, a young Limerick man was found. He was built into the new Victoria line. When the bonus gang had passed, sticking through the concrete cast was the face of little Charlie Joe Devine. And the ganger man McGurk, big Paddy hates the work, when the gas main burst and he flew off the ground. Well, they swear he said, don't slack, I'll not be there until I'm back. Keep on building up and tearing England down. I was on the hydro dam the day that Jack McCann got the better of his stammer in a week. When he fell from that shuttering jam, that poor old stuttering man was never ever more inclined to speak. And I saw old Bald McCall from the big flyover fall into a concrete mixer spinning round. Though it was not his intent, he got a fine head of cement when he was building up and tearing England down. I remember Carrier Jack with his hod upon his back, how he one day swore he'd set the world on fire. But his face we've never seen since his shovel it cut clean through the middle of a big high-tension wire. So no more like Robin Hood will he stroll through Cricklewood or dance around the pubs in Camden Town. But let no man complain, for no Pat will die in vain in his building up and tearing England down. So come all you navvies bold, who do think that English gold is just waiting to be taken from each sod. For the likes of you and me will never get an OBE or a knighthood for good service to the hod. They have a concrete master race to keep you in your place, and a ganger man to knock you to the ground. If you ever try to take part of what the bosses make when you're building up and tearing England down.
there's a version of this in Walter Scott's Minstrelsy of the Scottish Border and in Child, and I'm indebted to Annette Munnelly who pointed me towards it because her husband, the late Tom, collected it. Lord Abor and Mary Flynn, they were both children young. They were scarcely 14 years of age when love between them sprung, when love between them sprung. Lord the Boar was going out one day when his mother came to know. You are going away, my son, she said. You must drink before you go. You must drink before you go. She called for a cask of the very best wine and poured a glass for him. To her false, with her 2 fingers, she slipped strong poison in. She slipped strong poison in. Why have you poisoned me, mother? He said. Why have you poisoned me full sore? That's so, my son, she said to him. You will see Mary Flynn no more. You will see Mary Flynn no more. Is there anybody in this house, he said, could go on a message for me? Could go to Mary Flynn's high tower and bring her here to me, and bring her here to me. Up spoke a pretty-faced little boy, who was his sister's son. Oh, it's often I've gone on a message for you, but now I will need to run. But now I will need to run. And when he came to Mary Flynn's tower, he stepped into the hall. The tables were laid, the music played, and the ladies were dancing all. And the ladies were dancing all. What brought you here, my pretty little boy? What brought you here to me? As my grandmother said, a place for you, or yet invited thee, or yet invited thee. Your grandmother said no place for me, nor invited me, he said. And then she learned from the pretty little boy that Lord the Boar was dead, that Lord the boar was dead. Go saddle to me the swiftest horse, go saddle to me the bay, go saddle to me the swiftest horse that ever ran that way, that ever ran that way. And when she came to Lord Aber's tower, she stepped into the hall. The tables were laid, the sheets were spread, and the tippers flicking all, and the tippers flicking all. What brought you here, Mary Flynn? She said. What brought you here to me? Oh, the ring that was on his little finger, I came to crave of thee. I came to crave of thee. No ring, Mary Flynn, she said. I have no ring for thee, for the pain of death, it came so swift, it split the ring in three, it split the ring in three. She's laid her feet beneath his feet, her side down by his side. She's laid her head beneath his head, and Mary Flynn, she died, and Mary Flynn, she died. There you go.
The last couple of weeks in the north of Ireland have shown how song can be a vehicle for sectarian hatred and bitterness. This is a song taking a rather different look on things, and that is, it's a song by Tom Moore called Come Send Round the Wine. And Moore cared passionately about sectarianism because he, a Catholic, was married to his wife Bessie, who was a Protestant, and they married in 1811. And she's the heretic girl that's mentioned in the song. Come send round the wine and leave points of belief to simpleton sages and reasoning fools. This moment's a flower too fair and brief to be withered and stained by the dust of the schools. Your glass may be purple and mine may be blue, but while they are filled from the same bright bowl, the fool who would quarrel for difference of hue deserves not the comfort they shed o'er the soul. Shall I ask the brave soldier who fights by my side in the cause of mankind if our creeds agree? Shall I give up the friend I have valued and tried if he kneels not before the same altar as me? From the heretic girl of my soul should I fly to seek somewhere else a more orthodox kiss? No, perish the hearts and the laws that try truth, valor, or love by a standard like this. Come send round the wine and leave points of belief to simpleton sages and reasoning fools. This moment's a flower, too fair and brief to be withered and stained by the dust of the schools. Come send round the wine.
Great. Thanks very much, Gabriel. Thank you. Nice to see you. So we're going to go back to the hall, to the room here again. And Julian Vignol to sing the first song. And I'm going to ask another one of our beavers away in the corner, Rosie Davis, to sing the second song. And then we'll have a song from Marion McAleer and Lainey Dempsey in Glasgow. Thank you very much.
I am a king's daughter. I've come from Cappoquin in search of Lord Gregory. Pray God I find him. The rain beats on my yellow locks, the dew wets me still. The babe is cold in my arms. Lord Gregory, let me in. Lord Gregory, he is not here, and henceforth can't be seen. He's gone to bonny Scotland to bring home his new queen. Leave now these windows, and likewise this hall, for it's deep in the sea, you must hide your downfall. Who'll shoe my baby's feet? Who'll put gloves on her hands? Who'll tie my babe's middle with a long and green band? Who'll comb my baby's yellow locks with an ivory comb? Who'll be my babe's father till Lord Gregory comes home? Leave now these windows, and likewise this hall, for it's deep in the sea, you must hide your downfall. Do you remember, Lord Gregory, that night in Cappoquin? We exchanged pocket handkerchiefs, and that against my will. For yours was pure linen love, and mine a rough cloth. Yours cost 1 guinea, and mine but 1 groat. Leave now these windows, and likewise this hall, for it's deep in the sea, you must hide your downfall. Do you remember, Lord Gregory, that night in my father's hall, when you stole away my fond heart, and that was worst of all? Leave now these windows, and likewise this hall, for it's deep in the sea, you must hide your downfall. My curse on you, mother, my curse on you sore, for I dreamt the lass of Aughrim came rapping on my door. Go to sleep, you foolish son, go ho and sleep, for it's long ago her weary locks were rolling in the deep. Come saddle me my black horse, come saddle me the grey, come saddle me the best horse in my stable this day. For I'll range over valleys and mountains so wide, till I find the lass of Aughrim and lay down by her side.
Strange coming from behind the desk. As I walked out one
Christmas morning, to view the fields and to take the air. 'Twas there by the banks of the sweet primroses that I did spy a most lovely fair. 3 long steps I took up to her, not knowing her as she passed me by. I stepped up to her, thinking to view her. She seemed to me like some virtuous bride. Stand off, you are deceitful. You're a false, deceitful man, 'tis plain. 'Tis you that's the cause of my grief and sorrow. To give me comfort is all in vain. I'll take me down to some lonesome valley, where no man on earth there shall me find, where the pretty little small birds do change their voices, and every moment blows blusterous wind. Okay.
Hi, thanks for asking me. Right. I've just come o'er from Erin's Isle to see how trade was going here. Like many a rambling Irishman, I was forced to leave my home. I left my sweet Dungannon boys, where I spent all my youthful days, where I whistled, fought and wrestled in the county of Tyrone. The landlord and the times was bad, to seek employment off I went. When I saw my birthplace levelled, boys, I could no longer stay. So with my switch and reaping hook, I gave the sod a farewell look, and I started all for Scotland for to reap and mow the hay. Well, I scarcely landed in this place when I got employment then and there, to reap a field of barley with about a dozen more. There were men from Leeds and Lancashire, from Birmingham and London town, but my heart began to sicken when I thought on days gone by. Well, breakfast time came round at last, and every man threw down his hook and walked up to the garden for to eat his morning meal. But I'd no money, so I'd no grub, and how to get it was the rub. But I thought it better to work and starve than to rob and go to jail. Well, that thought had scarcely crossed my brow when the farmer shouted, Pat aloud, "Come on up here and eat your fill, for I know you're far from home." far from your own dear Shamrock shore. Come eat and drink and say no more, and stay with me a week or two while I'm putting in the hay. Now his only housemaid was a niece, a young Scots lass about 18. She was comely, tall and handsome, and her eyes shone like the stars. Her father was a soldier bold, as ever did a rifle hold, but he'd lost his heart's blood fighting in the 1914 war. So as they say in Ireland, we'll gather up and we'll have a dance. I'll tell her pleasant stories of a green isle far away. We asked and got the old boy's consent, and to the clergy straight we went. And when the sun was shining, boys, sure we were drinking tea. Now I'll go back to Ireland, I'd like to see the old place again. We'll sit and sing the praises of that green isle far away. I'll take my Scots lass home with me, I'll dandle our baby on my knee, and once a year we'll Scotland see when we go to make the hay. Should I?
Hello. I'm going to sing quite a short little gentle one because coronavirus finally got me, and I'm a little bit husky, but I couldn't resist coming along tonight. It's great to hear everyone. That was lovely, Marianne. Bye-bye. I left my baby lying here, lying here, lying here. I left my baby lying here to go and gather blueberries. Hoven, hoven, Goria go, Goria go, Goria go. Hoven, hoven, Goria go. I've lost my darling baby. I saw the heret on the leaf, on the leaf, on the leaf. I saw the heret on the leaf, but never saw my baby. Hoven, hoven, Goria go, Goria go, Goria go. Hoven, hoven, Goria go. I've lost my darling baby. I found the wee brown otter's tracks, otter's track, otter's track. I found the wee brown otter's track, but never found my baby. Hoven, hoven, Goria
Gloria go, Gloria go, Gloria go. Hoven, hoven, Gloria go. I've lost my darling baby. I followed the trail of the mountain mist, mountain mist, mountain mist. I followed the trail of the mountain mist, but never found my baby. Hoven, hoven, Gloria go, Gloria go, Gloria go. Hoven, hoven, Gloria go. I've lost my darling baby. I left my baby lying here, lying here, lying here. I left my baby lying here to go and gather blueberries. That's it, thanks.
That's absolutely very nice singing, Laney. I'm sorry I missed you. I was in Limerick. We're nearly going to full up. I'm going to have to sing myself, unfortunately. For you, I mean. Dan Galvin will sing after me that, and then we're going to go across the pond to Claudia Anderson and to Dave Ingerson. So this is a Napoleonic song. Curiosity led a native of Erin to view the gay banks of the Rhine, where an empress she spied, and the robes that she was wearing all over with diamonds did shine. No goddess in splendour was ever yet seen to equal this fair maid, so mild and serene. In soft murmurs did whisper my linnet so green, sweet Bonnie, will I ne'er see you more. The cold frosty Alps you freely crossed over, which nature had placed in your way. At Marengo, Bologna, around you did hover, all Paris rejoiced the next day. It grieves me the hardships that you did undergo, the mountains you traversed, all covered with snow. But the balance of power your courage laid low. Sweet Bonnie, will I ne'er see you more. The crowned heads of Europe, they were in great splendor, and they swore they would have you submit. But the goddess of freedom soon made them surrender,
and their colours were Lord to your will. Old Frederick's colours to France you did bring, the orphans found shelter all under your wing. That year in Vienna, how sweetly you did sing. Sweet Bonnie, will I ne'er see you more. Great numbers of men had sworn for to slay you, but their malice you viewed with a smile. Great gold throughout Europe was bound to betray you, and they joined the Mamelukes on the Nile. Like ravenous vultures, their vile passions did run, the orphans they slew, caused widows to mourn. Oh, my linnet is gone, will he never return? Sweet Bonnie, will I ne'er see you more? I have travelled the deserts of wild Abyssinia, but can find no cure for my pain. I will go an island choir on the Isle of St. Helena, but soft murmurs whisper 'tis vain. Come tell me, you critics, come tell me in time, what nations I'll range my green linnet to find. Was he slain at Waterloo, in Spain or on the Rhine? No, he's dead on St. Helena's bleak shore.
Begin? Okay. So, this is a song called The 200-Year-Old Alcoholic. And when I was 80, I started smoking. Took to drinking at 85. At 90, I started courting. Thank God I was alive. 95 saw me in business, determined to rake in a pile. At 100, I made my first million, and I started living in style. Oh, it's never too late to start living, to get out and have some fun. The sun will be just as shiny in the morning as the first day the world begun. Well, I moved to an uptown penthouse, used 50s to light my cigars, developed a taste for fine champagne, drove fast Italian cars. But the doctor, he gave me a warning and a lecture on right and wrong. If I didn't give up my sinful ways, I couldn't live very long. But I said to him, oh, it's never too late to start living, to get out and have some fun. The sun will be just as shiny in the morning as the first day the world begun. Now I'm at 200-year-old alcoholic. And the nicotine's caught up on me. But worst of all, in this morning's mail, I got a suit for paternity. But I'm not really unhappy, 'cause maybe I'll have me a son, and his mornings will be just as shiny as the first day the world begun. Oh, it's never too late to start living, to get out and have some fun. The sun will be just as shiny in the morning as the first day the world begun. Thank you.
Lonely Waterloo. A lady fair was walking down by a riverside. The crystal tears fell from her eyes as I walked down by her side. I saw her wavering bosom, these words she spoke so true, saying, "Friends, I'm afraid my Willie's slain at lonely Waterloo." What were the clothes your Willie wore? A soldier there replied. He wore the Highland bonnet with a feather standing high. A glittering sword hung by his side, his kilt and jacket blue. Those were the clothes my Willie wore at lonely Waterloo. If that's the clothes your Willie wore, I saw his dying day, when the bayonet pierced his tender breast, as on the ground he lay. He held me out his dying hand, saying some Frenchman had me slew. 'Twas I that closed your Willie's eyes at lonely Waterloo. Oh, Willie, then she could say no more. She threw herself down on her knees, those awful tidings bore, saying, had I the wings of a little bird, with eagles I would fly. I'd fly to lonely Waterloo, where my true love do lie. I'd light all on his bosom, all sorrows I'd remove. I'd kiss my Willie's pale cold lips at lonely Waterloo. I'd lie down on his bosom, all sorrows I'd remove. Since my Willie lies with
sightless eyes at lonely Waterloo. Thank you.
Hi there. Thank you for calling on me. And I'm going to resist doing a big Napoleonic song in favor of this one that I believe Jerry mentioned to me back in the mid 80s when we were both runners. And it took me a while to find this song, but here it is. It's by Pete Coe, based on an old broadside. Ye sporting men of Chester, I'll have yous all to hear of a man named Joseph Baker who lived near Delamere. He ran faster than the old red fox and further than the hounds, and of all the men who challenged him, no equal could be found. He rose up every morning before the day was clear, and through the shady forest he pursued the royal deer. He chased the mist across the heath, the wind right o'er the hill, and he raced the dust along the road and the stream down to the mill. Now sportsmen came from near and far to challenge Baker's speed, and in every race, in every case, they swore to do the deed. Baker came from Frogsome, a soldier came from Sale, and a sailor came from Birkenhead, and a butcher came from Hale. But he never was beaten in any race until that fateful day, when death at last defeated him and took his breath away. But if you go out on a winter's night, you can see him running still, as his ghost runs down from Kensal Church right up to Helsby Hill. But if you go out on a winter's night, you can see him running still, as his ghost runs down from Kensal Church right up to Helsby Hill. Here we are.
Thanks very much, Dave. If you went out on a winter's night when I was running, you'd have to go to the Phoenix Park to see me. We'll come to the end of the night, and we just to ask two people who visited for the first time to sing, and Gemma Quadra and Carrie Irving to sing, and then in the tradition of the club, the fella who sang the first song was Frank Newton, and he will sing the last song as well. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all just for a regular night next Friday night.
So I hope everyone in the room will. And it goes like this. Oh, I'm going to be a soldier in uniform quite new, and if they'd let me have a drum, I'd be a drummer too, to rush into the battlefield with a broadsword in my hand, and to hear the cannons rattle and the music sound so grand. The music sounds so grand, the music sounds so grand, all to hear the cannons rattle and the music sounds so grand. When I was a young girl, the age of 16, from my home I ran away to go and serve the Queen. To go and serve the Queen just like some other private man. Oh, I think you'd make a drummer, so just step this way, young man. Just step this way, young man. Just step this way, young man, I think you'd make a drummer. So just step this way, young man. They showed me to my office and lit me up to bed. And laying by a soldier's side, I never felt afraid. But pulling off my own red coat, I used to laugh and smile. For to think myself a drummer, yet a female all the while. A female all the while, a female all the while. For to think myself a drummer, yet a female all the while. My waist so thin and slendy, my fingers long and small, and very soon they taught me how to play the best of all. I played all on my kettle drum, as all the drummers play. Oh, I played all on my kettle drum, and I'll beat the drum again. I'll beat the drum again. I'll beat the drum again. Oh, I played all on my kettle drum, and I'll beat the drum again. They sent me off to London to guard over the tower, and there I might have been until this very day and hour. But a young girl fell in love with me, so I said I was her maid. She went straightway to my officer, my secret betrayed, my secret betrayed, my secret betrayed. She went straightway to my officer, my secret betrayed. My officer sent for me to hear if this was true, and I went to him for to beat a tale already new. Is a pension for your reward? He smiled as he did say, it's a pity we should lose you, such a drummer as you've made, such a drummer as you've made, such a drummer as you've made. It's a pity we should lose you, such a drummer as you've made. So fare you well, my officer, you have been kind to me. Fare you well, my comrades, you never God shall be. And should the British Army fall short of any man, I'll put on my cap and feather, and I'll beat the drum again. I'll beat the drum again. I'll beat the drum again. I'll put on my cap and feather, and I'll beat the drum again.
A nobleman's son, he dreamed such a dream of the beautifulest girl in the nation. No counsel would he take, but journeys he'd make through Ireland to seek this fair creature. For 7 long years he searched here and there, till he came to the place where he'd meet her. He opened the door, and she stood on the floor. She was a laboring man's daughter. I have not seen you but once in my life, that was in a dream. You lay by me, and now you're beside me. By the look in your eyes, I know you will never deny me. And what's your desire? Pray tell me, kind sir, that you're so afraid of denial. Although I am poor, no scorn will I endure. Do not put me under such trial. No scorn will I bring, nor any such a thing. And he took out a ring as a token. Oh, love is a thing that does hang on a string, but between us it ne'er will be broken. And now they have found such love and delight, and they are living in joy and plenty. The laboring man's daughter has married a knight. Heaven keep them both safe together. Sinead, thank you.
So I fell down on some of my job. I'd just like to say thank you to all the people on Facebook from all over the world who are watching us. We know you're there, and we usually have somebody monitoring, but because of circumstances we weren't able to have somebody monitoring it. So thank you very much for attending, and in tradition of the club, Frank Nugent will sing the last song. Thank you very much.
Next week, Bloomsday is on Thursday, and the Battle of Waterloo is on Saturday, the memorial. So there's a great choice of songs, but anyway, there was a couple of Napoleonic songs earlier, so I'm going to sing the Bunny Bunch of Roses. By the margin of the ocean, one pleasant evening in the month of June, when all those warbling songsters all their warbling notes did sweetly tune, 'twas there I spied a female, and on her features were signs of woe, conversing with young Bonaparte concerning the bonny bunch of roses. Oh. Then speaks up young Napoleon, and he takes his mother by the hand, saying, "Mother dear, be patient until I'm able to take command. Then I'll rise a mighty army, and through tremendous dangers go, and I never will return again without the bonny bunch of roses." Oh. When first you met Napoleon, you fell unto your bended knee. Oh, you asked your father's life of him, oh, he granted it right manfully. 'Twas then he took his army, and o'er the frozen Alps did go, saying, "I'll conquer Moscow and return for the bonny bunch of roses, oh. Oh, he took 300,000 men, oh, and kings likewise, for to bear his train. Oh, he was so well provided for, that he could sweep the world for gain. But when he came to Moscow, he was overpowered by sleet and by snow, and with Moscow all a-blazing, he lost the bonny bunch of roses, oh. Oh, son, be not too venturesome, for England is the heart of oak. And England, Ireland, and Scotland, oh, their unity shall ne'er be broke. And remember your brave father, oh, in St. Helena he lies low. And if you follow after, beware of the bonny bunch roses, oh. Oh, mother dear, adieu, adieu now and forever. If I'd lived, oh, I'd been clever, but now I droop my youthful head. Oh, and when our bones lie mouldering, and the weeping willows o'er us grow, the name of young Napoleon will enshrine the bonny bunch of roses, oh. You know what? Okay. Go. Here you are. Well done. You'll have to hear more of those.